Okay, so they thought they were badass bitches because they were stealing my shit. My battery's fucking running low. Um, Bank of Hawaii stole $350,000 of my money for on behalf of the Hawaiian Syndicate and the Sovereignty. Bank of Hawaii is in the pockets of drug traffickers and sex traffickers. Morgan Stanley, the guy Ryan, my guy at Morgan Stanley, helping them steal money straight out of my account there. Let's go down. Brian and Francis and Bryant Cam, my neighbors, knew since day one that the syndicate and whatever been after me, and they helped, for sure, facilitate rape, sodomy, and torture inside my home, constantly helping with surveillance, and the torture of my animals. Jeffrey Kuhn. I believe he's like pretty much big time. Maybe he's the reason the feds aren't doing shit. Maybe he has stuff on the feds. I mean, the U.S. government. I don't really fucking know. But I do know he was the one that figured out how to gas me and put me out unconscious on behalf of the Hawaiian Sovereignty Syndicate shit. I believe they killed Tom Purdy. Tom Purdy was involved. And he made that choice, and I think they killed him because maybe he had second thoughts. Who knows? Killed Colin Hemme, Carla Crawl, pretty sure. Almost every neighbor on my parents' Papala Street knew what was going on. Didn't do shit. A whole bunch of my neighbors on Alani Drive knew. Didn't do shit. The guy at 3333 Alani Drive sodomized and raped me viciously. I believe I died that night. And they brought me back to life. I asphyxiated. I woke up with throw up in my nose. Let's see. And then I moved to LA, and the people at Windsor Lofts helped them break into my place. Ashley, the property manager. Armenian Mafia was involved. And then I moved up. Hell's Angels in Santa Rosa. The Vagos in Portland. The neighbor that I lived across the street from, a Native American lady with her Muslim husband. Next door neighbors were the Vagos. And then I came back, and then I was being viciously sodomized, raped, and tortured in my house. And, yeah, and the cams were helping every step of the way. Pretty sick. I bet they didn't even know how sick they were. So since I came back to the mainland, then it was Fred, the guy that owns 3382 Coy Drive. He set me up to live in his house, took $5,000 a month for me, and knew that they were raping, sodomizing, and torturing me there. They sex trafficked me to the other neighbors, one right on the right-hand side, the people on the left-hand side, the Price is Right guy. They knew him and his wife. When you first go down Coy Drive off of Beverly Glen, the first two houses on the right-hand side, the guy in the second house regularly sodomized me repeatedly. He thought that was great. Daily for a while there, and to the point where they fucked up my sphincter and I shit my pants for 3 days. Detective Briscoe at the Los Angeles Police Department, they tried to prevent me from ever making a rape claim by pulling me out of a hospital and then yelling and screaming at me for 3.5 hours when I tried to get a rape kit done. Bunch of rape kits, none testing positive for herpes. I've had herpes since I was 19. That's literally impossible, especially since I've been breaking out constantly. Did catch an STD. They've been able to go into hospitals, vet clinics, change up test results. Don't want to believe me? Yeah, go check out the couriers. yeah, all the tests that I took in Hawaii for my urine and everything, that all tested that I was perfectly healthy and clean. All bullshit. Um, then I went up to, then I drove up the coast. I've been raped and sodomized pretty much in every single hotel room, Airbnb that I've stayed at, for the last, how many months? Alex at AutoX, Sam, the mechanic, um, the guy that sold me the bus, Norm, guy underneath the bridge, whatever, with all his Japanese imports, about 100 of them. They totally fucked me, helped them to rape and sodomize and torture me. If it weren't for them, especially Alex at AutoX, then I could have had a chance. They killed my cat with this drug. I'm guessing it's an anesthetic. Right now, it's super prolific in here. Right now, I've got guys shooting the shit at my fucking vehicle while I'm in the Halem State Beach Park on the Oregon coast. And Pro Automotive covered up for Alex at AutoX and the cartel for stealing my engine and basically fuck my bus up again. My lights don't work right. I don't have any brights. Supposedly they fixed that. The gas tank thing doesn't work. And most importantly, this thing's filled with toxic shit coming out of the fucking bus. And that's in here. Um, yeah, I mean, last night was the Magnanimous Hotel in Troutdale, viciously fucking raped and sodomized. They're gang raped and sodomized. My asshole was bleeding this morning. Bright, fresh blood. And, yeah, my body is walking evidence and proof of this. Autopsy would be easily prove what I'm saying. Anytime I die, that should be done by someone that specializes in torture. Because my bones are in my ass, it completely bruised to shit. Can never sit down without it hurting because it's just bruised. My coccyx, my uterus, she's tortured prolifically. My right arm, all the way from my fingers to my toes to my head. I'm guessing I've had concussions. Um, but yeah, I would just take that. Just an autopsy would prove everything I have to say. And it would be pretty scary for everybody to realize I was telling the truth. So they've murdered people in connection with this whole thing. And of course, the girl that they got, she was about 4'10". She was about 85 pounds. She had long brown hair. She was seen at Manoa Mart all the time because I saw her there. She came in and out of my house all the time, and she got on my private plane. They shoved her in the fucking back. She knocked me unconscious for most of the flight. And the people who rented me that plane, and I paid $45K to, allowed this bitch on that fucking plane. And so she got to the mainland, and she's been following me ever since. Her and her drug addict friends stole all my jewelry in Eugene when I was staying at the hotel there when they, again, raped and sodomized and tortured me. Um, it's just been, yeah. So every hotel room that I've stayed in, every vehicle, every Airbnb is all going to have traces of this shit. They can't clean it. They can't get it off. There's no way. They're animal murderers. These dogs will die of this, for sure. Seeing what it did to Kitty with the necropsy, the cancer riddled out throughout the body. I'm guessing I already have probably lymphoma in my eyes as well, just like Kitty. Just so much of it always going into the eyeballs. Um, but yeah, they can shoot this shit. They shoot it at my body. Like when I was standing out here earlier, I can actually feel it hitting my legs, my back. They shoot it at the vehicle. This is a very real situation. This is organized crime. Cartel having the ability to use chemical weapons upon people. And the feds know. I know they know. And why they've allowed this to go on, I have no fucking clue. That part I don't know. But they know that Jeffrey Kuhn developed this shit with them. I'm guessing they can probably mix up the chemical now that they have the delivery down pat. Burns the nostrils, burns the eyes, the skin. You should be scared. There's a lot of fucking rapists. A lot. Like there's a shit ton right now in Nehalem State Beach Park waiting to rape me. In this RV, in a public fucking place. No fear. These people have no fucking fear of shit. So, but yeah, yep, they've robbed me of everything I have, um, everything. This was about total annihilation of me. The people that are behind this raped, murdered, sodomized, tortured Dana Ireland many years ago. And these are the same people. That's where this originated from, at Mark and Nathalie Walker's house in Kailua, Hawaii. That's where that man was staying who started this entire thing. And they killed my dogs, poisoned and killed them, poisoned my cat, and yeah, they just, so many neighbors. Not just Jeffrey Kuhn, but each neighbor on each side of him, Harry and Patricia Cassanow, actually had him staying at their house for years, off and on, years. I sent the cops there. They never fucking ever helped me out. HPD, LAPD, the Portland Police Department when I was up there, the Santa Rosa Police Department, Adria Cooper, the police lady that tried to break into my house and then file a false police report against me. Recently I stayed at Rites of Passage, and the son of the owner is the one that let them in. And they had a guy stay there pretending like he was a client. He sodomized and raped me. The therapist had her boyfriend Charles, and they both decided to come up with this idea that I was multiple personalities to explain how I got STDs. That was a stretch. I don't think many people are going to believe that. Even on these videos, I'm pretty consistent. I mean, for somebody that's experiencing this kind of torture, I don't think it's going to be very easy to float that around. You can see that shit flying in the air. I don't know what the fuck it is. But yeah. And they took my bus. And, right now I'm pretty bummed on Pro Automotive. The guy Adam that owns it, and Casey, and every motherfucker that works there. They're fucking thieves, rapists, sodomizers, animal murderers. That's what they are. Because by doing this shit, by filling up my fucking bus with toxic shit, that's what you're doing. You're facilitating rape. You're facilitating gang rape, gang sodomy, torture, severe animal cruelty. That's facilitation of those things. So, yeah. So that's what I can remember right now. But yeah, Morgan Stanley, Ryan, Bank of Hawaii, they all just took my money on behalf of fucking organized crime, guys. Crazy. I'm a United States citizen, and the feds, fucking U.S. Army, fucking intelligence knows all about this shit. And they know. They know. So, and they're not afraid of them. And so that would have to mean that they are in agreement with them. So, there you go. Welcome to Mexico. And ain't it funny? These cartel guys already know it, and all their families and everything. They know how fucking in control they are of this shit already. I think the U.S. government lost a long time ago, and they know. They must be in some sort of agreement with them to, like, not go super crazy. Even though that's missing the point, is that the U.S. has all the power, really, because, you know, you turn this into Mexico for real, then you don't make much money. Because in Mexico, they take the same drugs, but they pay a lot fucking less. because they don't have the money that they do in the U.S. So, but yeah, Hell's Angels selling out America, driving around like they give a fuck about America. They handed the U.S. over to the fucking cartel. They're fucking rapists and murderers, yes, but actually their biggest crime was handing over their own country to the fucking cartel. So there you go. It's very prolific in here. It's super bad. It's super crazy. But yeah, there's guys, at every fucking stall around me that's all fucking involved in this shit. Waiting to rape a woman that's been raped prolifically already. This is how fucking weak-minded these motherfuckers are. An asshole that's already ripped open, probably has HIV and bleeding. That's how desperate these motherfuckers are. They're angry little boys that their mommies never taught them how to not rape women. Their mommies should have drowned them at birth. And they didn't know how to be a parent and raise a child that didn't want to rape women.